Let's get right to our top story. Hurricane Erin is already bringing storm surge to the Outer Banks. Mandatory evacuations are in effect as the storm threatens the coast with destructive surf, dangerous rip currents, and devastating flooding. Beaches are shut down along the East Coast as far north as New Jersey and New York. And the storm's still growing. Erin's already bigger than the state of Florida, and it'll get even bigger as it moves up the coast. Jamiese Price from our ABC station in Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina, is in the Outer Banks. Our Olivia Rubin is at Rockaway Beach here in New York, and senior meteorologist Mel Griffin is tracking the timing of this storm for us. And Mel, Anderson, we just got an update from the National Hurricane Center. What's the latest?
We sure did, Diane. It's still a Category 2, so no major changes in intensity, but we are starting to see it grow in size and potentially intensify over the coming days as it parallels the East Coast. Winds a little stronger, 110 miles per hour, those gusts up to 130 right in the center of the storm, over 365 miles now away from the Outer Banks. We have these storm surge warnings that continue, the tropical storm warnings for the Outer Banks from Cape Lookout, Cape Hatteras, up to Kill Devil Hills, and then Virginia Beach and north into the Virginia coastline under that tropical storm watch with coastal flood alerts right up and down the East Coast as far north as Long Island. Now that 11 a.m. update, here is the latest track. As I mentioned, we could see some intensification as it continues to move north and eventually to the northeast. It could become a Category 3 and yet another, again, a major hurricane again off the coast by this evening, and then it will continue to weaken as it pulls away by Thursday into Friday, but still a very large, regardless of the intensity, a very large hurricane right off the East Coast. Wednesday, Thursday, and moving away Friday. So we're looking at those high rip currents going to be a huge impact, coastal flooding, beach erosion, and of course, the destructive waves. So let's zoom in onto the Outer Banks. This is where we could see those waves of 10 to 20 plus feet for parts of these areas in coastal North Carolina. Extreme beach erosion and coastal damage is likely with that water piling up on the coast. And it could also lead to severe coastal flooding, which could also cause damage inland. So some of those roads, even inland, could be impassable for several days if you are located on the beach in the Outer Banks. Let's widen out just a bit because it's not just North Carolina that is going to see these destructive waves. It goes right up the coast, the Mid-Atlantic up into Ocean City, the Jersey Shore, Atlantic City to Toms River. Some of these areas could see up to 15 feet waves. So this will continue to track right through Thursday and Friday.
Amazing to see how widespread the impact is.
It really is.
And Olivia, the beaches here in New York City are already shut down. Are people heeding those warnings?
I have to say, Diane, they're not heeding those warnings, and especially those surfers. All morning we have seen people in and out of the waters, despite the fact that we have seen at times 6-foot waves, and that's precisely why these surfers are trying to get out there so they can get a little bit of a piece of it. Even right now, we're seeing some people in the waters, and we have recently seen some lifeguards move out here. I don't know if you can see behind me that person in the orange rain jacket. They tell our team that they're out here and they're supposed to be moving in shifts, but we haven't seen them calling people back from the waters, despite the fact that officials have said that that is the real danger here. Although this storm is not expected to make landfall, that's where the dangers are. The rip currents, the storm surge, the waves, that no matter how safe it might look when you're standing on land, it really is so dangerous out here. As we've said all morning, red flags up all along the beach as that reminder that these waters just are not safe. Remember, though, the beaches themselves are open. People can come and walk along in the sand, watch Hurricane Erin roll in, which they certainly have been doing all morning. But the waters, officials really stressing you should not go in there, Diane.
And Jamiese, the Outer Banks is expected to get the worst of it. What are officials there saying?
Local officials are encouraging everyone here to take this storm seriously. It's a message they have been pressing now for several days. And just moments ago, Governor Josh Stein here in North Carolina telling folks who live here on the Outer Banks to make sure they have a plan and that they are prepared. Right now, we are at Pea Island near Highway 12. It's just feet from me right now, and that is a critical area. This is a major concern for officials here. Pea Island to Hatteras Island. This is a stretch of highway that normally is sees a lot of overwash from the ocean here. The ocean just past these sand dunes, and from that overwash, it really makes this stretch of road impassable. So we have crews with the North Carolina Department of Transportation right now shoring up those sand dunes, making sure that it can stand that overwash and protect the road here. And you have those crews coming up the highway right now. So they've been doing that now for the last hour or so. And it's really a part of the message that those local officials are really preaching, making sure that they are prepared, making sure homeowners are prepared as well. Take a listen.
The forecast is on track, and people need to be evacuating. If they haven't already, they need to go before the high tide cycle. And then if they stay, they need to be ready to take care of themselves, because we may not be able to help them as the waters come up.
And when it comes to evacuation, visitors certainly took the storm seriously, clearing out early in the week. Homeowners did too, but some people here on Hatteras Island, they are staying put. And as you heard from Drew Pearson, the emergency management director here in Dare County, that if you stay here, you are on your own. Right now, you're taking a live look at those crews with the Department of Transportation working. Again, they have been out here for several hours trying to make sure that those sand dunes and that line reinforced and ready for that ocean overwash that is expected. And again, the conditions here are changing within the hour. We are staying on top of it. And of course, we'll keep you updated on everything we're seeing here in the Outer Banks. Diane?
All right, Jamiese Price, Olivia Rubin, Mel Griffin, thank you all.